Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 160, the Transformers Action Figure Podcast Show. My name is Josh, also known as G1Hextron, and I'm joined with my co-host Rick, and also our guest co-host here. We got Mike. Dakota, he's missing today. He's got a new job, so he's got to figure out the way that the hours work, so he might be missing some of these. Paul's obviously, he's at a convention, so if you're over there, I believe it's in Wichita, Kansas, go by and say hi to him. But go ahead, Rick, why don't you tell people where they can find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, and Mike?
You can also find me on Twitter as VodconFan1978.
All right, and you can find me, G1Hextron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and my Facebook page is the G1Hextron. A couple of announcements here. We have another show, Galactic Gumbo. It's just strictly a topic show. We got a lot to jump into there. We still got over 50 topics, and plus, going to talk spoiler-free a little bit about Suicide Squad. Rick, he just got back from watching the film, so again, it's going to be spoiler-free, so you don't have to watch it, worry about anything, because, or at least it better be, Rick, because I'm going to go see it tomorrow. So
it will be.
That's gonna start up on this channel at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, so about 2.5 hours from now. Then also Collection Spotlight. If you guys are interested in having your collection spotlighted, go ahead and send the appropriate amount of pictures that it would take. You know, if you have a large collection, you would send quite a few pictures. If you got a smaller collection, you'd send a fewer amount of pictures. But go ahead and make sure that you kind of have the best quality you can get. Just make sure they're not blurry or anything like that. Send those to me along with what you want to be addressed as to my email, g1hexatron@gmail.com. As far as a couple of little news things here, trailers that I got on my Facebook page, the G1Hextron, Resident Evil, the final chapter. It's just a little teaser trailer. Then you had Transformers Prime Wars Trilogy. Have you guys seen this trailer? I posted it on, like I said, on the Facebook page, and when I watched it, I was like, this is just a hot mess. When they had some animation on it, it was from the Transformers Devastation game, the video game. So it was showing that, and then it was also like telling the story like they had some fake Peter Cullen, it sounded like. And he was just talking over, we're like zooming in and out of the box artwork, some of the toys from Titans Returns and Combiner Wars, which I was just like, this is like, it looks like it was thrown together in like 10 minutes from like a fan, but this is like your kind of announcement trailer. It just didn't sit right, and everyone I've talked to, they kind of say the same way. So have you guys seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
I guess I haven't seen that either, but I mean, you just can't ever tell nowadays what we're going to get from fan-made stuff like that.
I just, and you also have the episode 1 that is posted up, and it's only a few minutes long. That's the thing with Machinima. They did the same thing with the Mortal Kombat episodes, because a lot of people, I was like, here's episode 1. They're like, you mean like a clip? Because, this wasn't even 5 minutes long. I'm like, no, that's actually episode 1. That's the way kind of Machinima does it, because they're catered around video games. So a lot of their viewers are younger viewers, so they have kind of a shorter attention span. They're not going to watch a 20, 30-minute, episode. But that's kind of always the way that they've done it. But the voice acting was pretty horrible, especially Menasor. I thought Windblade was fine, but Menasor was horrible.
Wingblade is actually a Terror Strong. If you recall her as well, she's the actual. There you go. That's who's the voice of that is actually.
Well, that's why that one was good.
That's it's a lot to do with the writing too, and then some of the casting. You're right. I finally watched it last night. I've been saying all week. I've been kind of like, I'm going to boycott this thing. I just can't deal with the Go 90. And finally, a few people chimed in on Twitter. They're like, no, you don't have to download the app. I went and I watched last night, and I thought it was horrible. But I'm not gonna I didn't tweet about it, and I probably won't dwell on it. But and I do support. I will say this so that people that are watching, I do support the voice acting that comes out of the fandom. I know there's at least one person that's in it, and I do support them. They're part of our family. I get that, but sometimes. Absolutely. Yeah, sometimes there's voice acting that when you go in to play a major character, sometimes I might not like it, and that's just my opinion. It's neither here nor there. But overall, yeah, I thought it was trash. I thought some of the animation looked okay, though. I thought some of the animation looked pretty good. There were times where I was like, oh, that looks cool.
It was obviously rushed because it's so short. It's something that it's going to build up on, but already it looks like you have a death in there. I forget what the character's name is, or I guess I'm sorry, I don't mean to spoil it, but very very short. You already have one, but I think it was like a no-name character anyway, and kind of at least shows you that that's what they meant by adult film. Because that's what they've kind of been preaching the entire kind of campaign for this new series. Got a couple other things. Little reminder, if you guys are into the Hasbro stuff, so the Transformers, the Star Wars, My Little Pony, whatever you're into, no one's gonna judge you. San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, they're gonna go live on HasbroToyShop.com Tuesday the 9th. They haven't indicated what time. They're not going to tell us what time. I think they've done, as far as Central Standard Time before, they've done 8, 9, and 10. They've also done 3 p.m. So it's just kind of all over the place. Like I think I said last week when I called and asked customer service what time did they think they were going to do it. They were like, well, probably in the morning. But if it's not in the morning, then it'll be the afternoon.
Those are your only choices.
I was like, man, you're worse than a plumber, or a cable guy.
Direct TV.
Yeah, when are you going to be there? Sometime between Monday and Friday. Couple other little things here. Katie McGrath is going to play Lena Luthor in Supergirl Season 2. Then there's I believe, PlayStation kind of comic series called Powers. It has been canceled. I've never watched it, but... and then the Last Ship series, it's been renewed for a 4th season on TNT. So that's it for that. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into screen share. Hopefully this works. I haven't tested it. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right, so first off, I thought, this picture's been out for a while, but now it's kind of a little bit clearer picture. And I figured, we do a little bit of speculation and, what exactly are we looking at here? I just kind of thought that maybe this was, maybe the Terracons, one of those guys. And then this looks kind of like a planet, and the way that these little things are shaped, you can see some more back here. Do you remember that episode Web World? Where Cyclonus takes Galvatron as basically like a psychiatrist or something like that, and commit him, and this place Web World. That kind of reminds me of that. So that's basically what I read into it. Some people were saying that this kind of looks like a Quintesson ship. It's kind of similar.
It does. It looks like that one of the ships out of the animated movie.
Yeah, where they're trying to escape from Unicron in the very beginning.
Exactly. Yep. Or it even looks like the one that don't they drive one right through the eye, like Unicron's eye, and it's got that little that spire that goes through it. Yeah.
That was the Junkion ship, or the ship they got off the Junkion planet.
Yeah, it had that very vertical design to it.
Sparrow. But you gotta think with Michael Bay. There's no telling what it's going to be.
Yep.
It could be Unicron for all we know.
Could be. Yeah, I definitely thought Terracon though. When I saw that, but that's just because we're thinking of like Center Twin and that whole deal. Yeah.
I think it would be awesome to revisit the whole combiner. We just try to erase that Devastator from our memory with the Miley Cyrus wrecking balls and stuff like that. Just give us Abominus and maybe the Technobots, a Computron. I think that would be really cool.
Yep. I agree.
And you can obviously see Chicago back here, the Sears Tower. So, all right. Anything else on this? Yeah. Any more speculation?
I have no idea. It looks like we're getting some kind of like sub-Decepticon faction of some sort. whatever it ends up being. I like the little flag. I thought that was cool. It makes me think of the BotCon, the Pirates theme that we got the other year.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 2014.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
I know Jen says they're trash in Chicago again. I mean that poor city. You might as well just move.
I mean, it's like ground zero every movie almost.
All right, and a couple new things here. When I saw this, I was like, we knew that he was going to be on here, but when I read his personality, small frame, big heart, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's like Wheelie 2.0. A little miniature, little thingamajigger again.
So a human's best friend. This is, I mean, not really for us. This guy's, mainly catered to the kids. Yeah, he's been called T-Bob, for Mask. What is it? TikTok's son, from Return to Oz.
Here's a question for you though: if they make this a masterpiece and give it a number, are you buying it?
No. The way that I'm doing it is masterpiece, only G1. So
Okay.
the masterpiece, Harambe, and the Cheetor, I'm getting this. So.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Yeah, he's the Jar Jar Binks of Transformers. Yeah.
We don't know yet. He could be cool, right?
This was kind of cool though. Hot Rod, I think he kind of needs a little bit more red in him, but he's going to be a Lamborghini, which looks pretty cool. I don't know about this face here though, but
Well, I know my gut reaction when I saw this earlier this week was, please don't do that to my Hot Rod. But
I am not a fan of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that whatsoever. I mean, I think they're calling him Hot Buns on the internet.
really,
Because, that's what I heard a few people say. They call him Hot Buns because he has no plate over his rear end or something like that. The way they, I mean, but honestly, I mean, this is nowhere near what Hot Rod should be. Of course, there's been a lot of people who've done up their own deco of it. It looked really cool, but this is not Hot Rod whatsoever. They say he's like Bumblebee's brother in arms. I can kind of see a resemblance in the head towards Bumblebee a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not a fan of it whatsoever.
Yeah, Bill is now Blitzwing 5000. He says, looks lockdownish. Because I mean they're different types of Lamborghinis, but they're both Lamborghinis.
I haven't seen the right car mode then. I saw people tweeting like this Mercedes that I don't know what I saw. I saw a bunch of things in my feed that probably weren't correct.
No, it's a black and red Lamborghini, which is
that makes me feel a little bit better. I feel a little bit better. Cool. So it's a good car mode. I got to check that out tonight.
Oh yeah, that Lamborghini looks sweet.
Good.
All right, and I believe, yeah. So the kind of blurry pictures here, but obviously people are getting these in hand now. So Hasbro, is it me or I thought that there was a little bit more paint on this guy when I saw him at BotCon, but again that could have not been final. That could have just been like how they paint them up and for an idea, a little bit more for the show.
I was thinking it was brighter than that.
I feel like he looks different too. I need to look at pictures. I have pictures on my phone, but yeah, I feel like he looks a little bit different than what we saw.
This mode is just kind of plain.
It's a submarine.
You know what? That looks more like a submarine than the 6-shot.
Yeah.
God, we get 2 submarines in this line. How sweet is that? Actually, the Astro Train, it could be slash a train submarine.
Yeah.
I want to get it because it's Alpha Trion, but at the same time, I don't like it, to be honest.
I feel like a different deco could make this figure look really good. I'm not crazy about the deco. I like the idea. I'm not crazy about the deco. Maybe once I get it, I'll change my mind.
It should have done more purple on it than what they did.
Yeah.
Because you
I
know
think I
Alphatron
think
or anything else purple.
exactly. Yeah, like a colder color palette, a little colder.
Casual, he says, no, I'm sorry, Jonathan says broadside. You know,
Yeah.
obviously, you know, because that looks like an aircraft carrier, or you know, I guess some type of whatever. But then it doesn't turn into a jet; it turns into a lion. I think you're better off just making a brand new mold.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dakota, he's got a new job, so for a while he's going to be working overnights. So he's gotta pay for his Beast Wars habit.
Yeah. Got to get those 5 G-doors.
Yeah. And then you know, someone was mentioning earlier tidal wave, or they said please don't make a tidal wave out of this, but
Yeah.
I don't know much about Armada, but I think that this could be, you know, you think maybe done as a tidal wave. Does it have that look though?
It's not bad. I mean, they could put turrets. If they put some turrets where those little circles are under his, like near his crotch, on each leg, like little turrets, and maybe some up top in his chest, you could be a tidal wave. The way that they're going, they're very I mean, yeah, I guess we're being very forgiving with certain things that they're doing to make their money. But I could see it being tidal wave.
I mean, because we're just a little accustomed to it now, you know. So it's
like look at his arm right there. There's certain things I could see that.
Oh, Tula, you're gonna get a tidal wave out of
it. Yeah.
All I'll do is slap a new head on it.
Yeah, and that's cheap. And you know what? Primal Selfish Productions. He's going to paint this tidal wave colors and send it to you. So.
A lot of people on the board are talking about his feet, how bad his feet look like tapping shoes.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it. And I like Astro Train, but I'm not getting this one either.
Really? I mean, I think what's really good about it, even though it's a recolor, you know, redeco everything already of Sentinel, you know, I guess because we're getting a kind of a real accurate head on it, in my opinion. I mean, because I didn't do the third-party Astro Train or nothing like that. So this here will actually fit really good in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think bot mode's a good, nice shelf. It fills that space on your shelf. I can see that.
Yeah, just except for the big shoes on them, if that it.
Yeah.
See, I guess the way that I collect the classics is I don't feel that need to like, well, this is going to be one of the, you know, better Astro Trains or this character to go on the shelf, and I don't buy it that way. I'm like, does it look good? It does. Cool. I'll buy it. If it doesn't look good, then like I'll pass. I don't need to go search for a third party. I'll wait until I think you got it right. With the deluxe headmaster guys, I think they got it right. A lot of the other stuff, I don't. But that's just the way I collect. So. All right. So this is going to be Transformer subscription service. I was hoping that these guys would be up so I could order them here, but it looks like the hot rod is like this is the way it's going to be. This head here, I mean, that's obviously photoshopped on there, so I don't know if they're just like, hey, what do you think? And then we all kind of input, and they make the changes from there. But this looks like it's final. But what do you guys think?
Well, people are going to still make comments. Now, we have seen the club before in the past, just change it on a whim, where people have complained a lot about it. This here, personally, we know the hot rod is done because that was they were actually using a standard head that had already been used for G.I. Joe, to my understanding. But the Photoshop on the RC was something they were, holding on to for a while. And granted, it's close to what they wanted until I see a final production line of it, besides the Photoshop. I can't say whether I'd buy it or not for sure. I just think the head's just a little hideous. But like I said, it's Photoshop. All Photoshops are hideous.
The head seems a little big. So for the Photoshop, they could have made it a little bit, so it'd be a little bit more proportioned. But as far as design-wise, the way that they're going, I'm excited. I'm glad that they're actually coming with little stands. I guess that's common with G.I. Joes, but
yes,
I like that. The hair's maybe a little bit too full.
Yeah, I think the buns are a little bit too big on the side.
But I'm excited for them. I give us an Ultra Magnus and Springer 2-pack, and before shop.
There's a sad part on that one, is that we will not see those two, from my understanding, because it's technically a Transformer set crossed over with G.I. Joe. To my understanding from the club was that these are the only two we're going to get now, since the club lost the license of Hasbro. But hopefully, maybe since they got 2 years of Joe, that maybe down the road we'll actually get it. But from what I understood from Dave at the club, that probably was not going to happen.
Wow. All right, anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Paul, he's at what is it? Is it TF?
TF Expo.
TF Expo. Okay, yeah, he's at that.
Wichita, Kansas.
Now getting into Takara. Oh man, I'm glad I went this way. Got some clear pictures of Chrome Dome here, and I like this much better than the Hasbro.
Yeah, I like them both. I'm all about Chrome Dome.
The one thing that I wish they would have done is give me two guns that are the same. That Just give me another one of these small guns, because to be honest, I don't like these little, they sit down in here. That's cool if you want to add like all those little guns to like Fort Max or your leader class figures and stuff like that, to where they're all plug and play and stuff like that. But I don't like using this gun in the hand, to be honest. I want two small guns, just like I got in G1.
If you buy them both, you'll get two small guns.
Also changing up the head, going more G1 style than the IDW style. I like that as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this one.
These little bitty things, those will go up on eBay as soon as I get them.
Oh, I love these, dude. I have them all lined up upstairs, and I don't know, I really do dig them.
I know you were saying that you're like, dude, just hold on to them, get your Fort Max, and plug them in there, and it's cool.
Yeah.
All those things. But I'm gonna keep my Fort Max in robot mode.
Yeah.
That's why I got two. I got one in.
I'm hoping I gotta find a place to put him.
I got them everywhere, all over my little landing ships here. I mean, it's a little battle scene and everything's real cool to have those little extra
I'm
things.
gonna put the Hasbro one. Hasbro will be in either city mode or base mode, but the Takara one will be in bot mode.
That's exactly how. Well, of course, the Takara one's similar as the San Diego. That's how I got mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that head so much better.
Yeah, it looks great.
Highbrow. Oh, this is the best one, I think.
Yeah, it is.
And
did
they change up the head on this one as well?
I can't remember. I haven't seen a side by side of this one. I think everybody's been so like, oh my god, this figure is awesome, that I haven't seen anybody like saying, well, which one are you gonna get? Everybody's just been like whole hog on this. So I don't know. I'll have to check it out.
With Chrome Dome, I think Takara, I love the face on it. I like the way that the color scheme goes a lot better. With Highbrow, I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. I think that it was just clearly the best figure for both companies.
Yeah.
I think that head is maybe different. I don't remember that much blue on. I don't think he had a blue visor. I thought it was like eyes or something.
I think it was eyes, like the red eyes, matter of fact.
Yeah, everyone else is like, the heads on these guys are just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Got this little car.
Oh, that's cool. I know he was coming with that one.
The Hasbro had a blue visor as well, but are they different though? I think that this one looks a little bit different than the Hasbro one.
Looks thicker, or I mean, bigger visor.
Yeah.
Maybe the other one had more of a forehead.
So great looking one. The Mind Wipe, different head on this one as well. And you can see that the kind of the pinks and purples are a little bit different as well. So this all looks all like painted on the inside here, to where it was just kind of that plastic color on the Hasbro.
Yeah, I like Mind Wipe too. That's a cool character. And the third-party one was okay. I liked it when it came out. I haven't played with a whole lot, but I think these are just meant to be played with a little bit more anyway.
Yeah. Okay, now that the Hasbro one did have eyes. Okay.
Okay, did. Okay. That's what I thought.
All right, no take backs. Glad they painted his little body jewelry black, so it looks a little bit better there.
We're going to have an army of these little T-Rexes by the time we're done.
There's quite a few of them out there.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time getting mine together, like that picture there showed.
And again, I love the face on this. Just looks straight out of the cartoon. It's different from Hasbro's as well, so I like that. Let's see what else we got. Some more Takara. So take a look at some Brainstorm. This is basically the third version. You got the San Diego Comic-Con version. You got the Walgreens exclusive, which all three of my Walgreens didn't have and had no idea what I was talking about. And then now you got this Takara version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
the
like the
Black Wings, I guess. The Black Wings threw me off when I first looked at it. I was trying to. I mean, is there a reincarnation of him with black wings at some point, or is it just something they're going with?
Oh well, in the Japanese cartoon, you see like Blackwing whenever he's in robot mode. I believe a few times where it's black. I haven't seen it in a few years now, but I think that's the reasoning for it. Now, the one thing that, I mean, this is something that you can obviously change if you get it, but I'm going to have those guns sticking out the back and not dangling down here in the middle.
It can be done, but once it's up on the shelf, you need to not touch it or nudge it. It can be done with a little bit of friction in the back on some certain pieces, but it's not a perfect world, the guns on the back. Like, I took some pictures of the guns in the back, but I did not show how I was doing that.
I just saw that you did it, and I was like, that's the way it's going to be, right
Yeah,
there.
you can. It can be done. There's something. There's a way to do it. If you get it and you don't know how, I can show you a way to do it. I figured it out on mine.
You can shoot a video
Now,
teaching
now
us.
in the
I
vehicle
haven't gotten
mode,
into the videos.
the video or the yes, you have me saying video now. The vehicle mode. I was trying to say something about the vehicle mode. Now that there in the vehicle mode, it looks really sharp, like that right there. Now I can dig that one, really can. I mean, but I guess in the raw mode, it just looks strange to me. But when he's in vehicle mode, that's really pretty sweet looking the way they got him. The blue, I think, is what pops on it really good.
Well, this is the most expensive deluxe figure so far in Titans Returns, because when they started off for Takara, I believe that they were $36.99, and then they went up. The Wave 2 is going to be $39.99 a piece. This Brainstorm is actually $45.99. So
Good Lord.
after shipping and everything, you're going to be paying more than $50 for this deluxe figure. So exactly how much do you like it?
I will say this: if you get it from, I know I got the Walgreens one from Robot Kingdom, and you'll pay up for it, but you don't have to hunt for it. And they shipped me the all the huge sticker sheet for all of the Titans Return figures, the first wave, and it's huge. It's got like everything from Optimus to the deluxes. It's got stickers for everyone.
Doesn't have any Fort Max.
No, it doesn't have Fort Max. He has his own.
How much did that run you after shipping?
I don't even remember. I got it
too much,
this week, but I think it was 40. Yeah, and I emailed them specifically and said, "Hey, can you throw in that sticker sheet?" I talked to them like twice. They said, "Yeah," because I had ordered one other figure from them like maybe a month ago, and I was like, "Hey, I already got some Titan Returns," so I think they'll do it. I just emailed them and they put it in mine.
Okay, so there's a little quick tip. I'm gonna end up getting this. I mean, because to me these are just I love the way these headmasters turned out. You know, the actual headmaster characters. So them, the target masters, I'll go with all Takara so that they look, like the Scourge and Blur and stuff like that I thought were cool molds, and I thought that they represented the characters really well. I'd just go with Hasbro, but stuff like that. Also, whenever they come out with the monster bots and stuff like that, like Grotesque and Double Cross and stuff like that, I'm going to end up probably going to Takara with those as well. But yeah, I like all that with the white all the way down here, the blue all the way down. Looks good.
Blue pops it, but not $50 pops.
All right, and also Takara, Soundwave.
That's a pass for me there. Even the Hasbro release is a pass.
Now, besides the color of the blue, what exactly is different with this? Rick, do you know? Because don't you have the Soundwave or Blaster or something?
No, I haven't followed this one yet. I'm probably gonna pick it up. I don't know which one. I haven't really done my homework. This one was like the least exciting for me of everything that we've seen, especially the mode, right? The radio mode or whatever is so lackluster.
Yeah,
it's plain Jane.
Yeah.
It's not very good at all.
But the base mode though.
Oh yeah, must have the base mode.
I like that for the little headmaster here. It's a sound blaster,
Yeah. If they had found a way on the front of the radio mode to incorporate more of his data pads or whatever you want to call them, tapes, if they had found a way to like incorporate like 2 more on each side of the radio recording device,
right.
I would have been cool with that, like a way to kind of put them in or have them be there in some way so that it looks right. It looks like one thought.
it looks like the difference on this one, the Takara and the Hasbro, is Takara has a red visor. Yeah, there you go, red visor, and Hasbro's going to have yellow.
Okay.
There's your difference. It looks like we might have got a picture of the robot mode again.
Yeah.
Looks like paint apps. The arms are a little grayer all the way up to the shoulders.
Okay. So all
There's
the way up here.
there's going to be, of course, paint apps. I'm trying to find a leg picture here of them right now. City base looks pretty much plain Jane like the other one did, because it's going to be all blue inside, basically, is what it amounts to. I mean, the head, in my opinion, the head on it, the visor, face, and all that just looks way bigger than what we originally had for Soundwave. Yeah, that's just too big, hideous looking, in my opinion. I mean, for Blaster, it worked. It popped for Blaster, but not for Soundwave at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, Blaster looks great. This is
He
just
does.
a subpar Soundwave.
This here was just strictly for them to reuse the mold, period. Just to be honest, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what Hasbro's known for, is just to reuse the molds.
Yeah.
You know, as
Yep, and
fast
they
as they
just
can.
didn't do a
And I
good job.
guarantee you,
Yeah.
we'll probably, right, I bet you a dime to a donut that we will see Sound Blaster down the road through Hasbro.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I remember that whenever they did that for the Fall of Cybertron stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like
Right.
for Soundwave, Sound Blaster. I mean, they, you know, all the same.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that. You know, just kept on selling them stuff.
Yeah, I will get twin cast though if they do a twin cast. Oh, absolutely.
I will go.
Get a Blaster redone as twin cast.
I would too. I would definitely get because we haven't really got an update on him since we got an Encore. The last one that did a twin cast, no G1 version, but to get an updated twin cast would be awesome to have.
Yeah, that.
I'll stick with, because like a lot of other people are saying, they'll stick with their masterpiece Soundwaves. I'm like, yep. I got three masterpiece Soundwaves. I'll just stick with him. So
They're nice.
all right, and better, clear images of Genrai. You know, the only gripe here and is the feet. Like I was talking with some people on Facebook that they're like, you know, the only thing is I just can't get around those feet, and I'm like, you know, we understand what they're trying to do, make it look like the G1 toy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I think it also showed that in the cartoon Super Guy Master Force, the animation, to where it was like that a little bit. But just because it was that way in G1 doesn't mean that you have to do it exactly like it. Like here now, you can improve some on it. And then, you know, I think that they just should have improved on those feet, to be honest.
But overall, that figure looks amazing.
I actually like the chest on that one a lot better than we got on Hasbro.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited about the truck mode on that thing. That was a beautiful truck mode.
Yes.
Oh, we need the God Bomber.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, see, that's awesome looking. Oh, God Bomber, I go crazy for that.
Did I hope they don't do it separately. You think Takara they would come out with this, and instead of releasing God Bomber separate, that they would be like, all right, and here's the 2-pack for them both.
Hey, other than the
buy it
MP10, do you guys think this is like the best Prime that we've gotten other than MP10 ever?
That's hard. MP10 was good.
No, I mean other than that one. Leave that one off of the.
Other than
yeah,
MP10.
I would say that this guy's maybe second. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think this version looks amazing.
You know, a lot of people might put Classics on their, you know, third.
Yeah.
I think that was a
Classic was good.
popular one. Yeah.
You got to get the trailer from a third-party guy, though. You know, I mean, I have the trailer, but it didn't come with the figure.
Tulala said he still likes it MP1 better.
I loved MP1 I loved MP1, and then when they started changing it up, it's kind of like MP1 was like obsolete. Like, you know, because you got the MP10. MP10 was just an awesome figure. It worked out perfectly. It wasn't as heavy and just real easy transformation.
I think you always have to leave the MPs out of the fight because it's not the same world. But
Right.
you know, from the legend to the leader, this is
Right.
it's probably my favorite Prime. This version of it.
This is the first time that I've actually like looked at the headmaster.
Oh
My
Jesus.
God, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
That's perfect,
it is.
dude.
Yeah,
That's Jinra right there.
yeah. That is really nice.
I mean, we can put a little paint on that body jewelry there. Also, with the head, instead of a Orion Pax looking head, you got an Optimus looking head. Where then obviously his head pulls over and stuff. So
they love Optimus Prime, and I'm glad.
So is that the head that actually forms into, and then you put the battle mask over it like you did on the Hasbro version?
Right. So this is the head up underneath, and then you can see that's with the battle mask pulled over it. So you got an Optimus Prime, and then comes the Optimus Prime.
I'm excited for this one.
Or Jedi.
That's nice. That's the first I've seen that. Okay, that is pretty nice.
Yeah, I might get 2 of these. I might get 2 of those.
I'm gonna get the one and wait for them to say, all right, here's the God Bomber 2-pack, and be like, all right, now I'll get that one. And I think because that one's $95. This
buddy, buddy.
We kind of predicted this a while back whenever we first saw Mind Wipe or whatever they're calling him, Skull Cruncher. We saw this, and I kind of proposed a question. I was like, do you think that we may get an Optimus and Megatron 2-pack with these repainted? And it was like, even Dakota said, he goes, I don't know if 2-pack or they'll individually release them, but this is probably be one of those e-hobby things, and that's exactly what this is, e-hobby. So,
and it's beautiful. I mean, when I saw it, I'm like, where's the pre-order? I need to pre-order this now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, this is smart. This is really smart what they've done, because they are definitely taking money out of my pocket, because I'm definitely getting that.
Dakota, they listened. Your e-hobby exclusives.
Yeah. Even though I saw them
I'm sure Dakota just went ballistic when he saw it.
Dakota's like, where's my damn check?
I know, right? He says, you guys are welcome. The head on that's awesome looking.
This one, because I'm not into the whole Beast War thing, but going back to this, little teaser too quick there. Those colors look so good together.
They do.
And I think I actually had this guy and the Megatron alligator when I was a kid. I think those are the only Beast Wars that I had. Yeah, basically, whenever I was like teasing Dakota, I was like, dude, he's not gonna be on for what, because he's got to get a job to pay for these stupid Beast War toys, and then he was like, I gotta get a job to pay for this, and he sent me the picture. I was like, oh. So even the little guy, man, that looks really good.
Yeah.
It does. The whole set they did is fantastic. Even the little weapon there.
Oh yeah, because that's
it's awesome.
What's
Transmetal Optimus Primal or Optimal Optimus.
Yeah.
Out of 8 face, which is just, I mean, when I saw that, I lost my stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I think that was a great decision.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And
now,
you got there, Gemma. That's just awesome, man. So awesome.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to buy that third-party one from Perfect Effect, or another company you're going to be looking at a little bit later.
Don't say that. There's room for both.
Oh, they can be like little father and son.
Maybe for you. Little monkey. Oh, little monkey.
And then, so you can see what it comes with here. I believe that this is more of a teaser here, because obviously Megatron, Crocodile. So another
But you see the
hobby.
paint scheme on him. The paint scheme makes me wonder: does he come with the Optimus? Is this like a set of this here together, and you have to use your existing Takara Skull Cruncher in order to match this up? Because you know Hasbro colors won't be right, probably. Or will we actually get another body?
I thought that this was more of a little teaser, because I can't see them also coming with the Megatron with this as well. I would think that this is what you would get, and then that this was kind of like a, hey, in the future, check this out, because I believe, is it 1 or 2 e-hobbies a year, and then you also get, is it 1 or 2 million publishing a year?
I think it was 2 e-hobbies and 1 million publishing. That's what I thought it was.
So I think that this is more of a teaser. That, hey, get this because this guy's coming as well. Not that this head comes with this set and, hey, now you guys go customize some stuff. No, there's no money in that for them. So. Yeah, people are, they're talking about, this is fan service right here.
Yeah.
Doing it right.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good time to be a Transformer collector. And it's funny because we've said that in prior years, but man, this is probably my favorite collecting Transformers time that I remember. Like they're showing MPs that I never thought I'd see. We're getting like Micromaster, Headmaster, Titans Return stuff. It's fantastic time.
Yeah, this is so far. This is my favorite year as far as I guess especially if you kind of like we started now because we got a new line. If you want to count it that way instead of 2016, this is the most excited I've been about Transformers since I've got back into collecting. So
yeah.
But Masterpiece, poor Dakota can be here. He got to see a little bit of them painted up last week. So.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It just looks so good. I know Dakota's not here, so I gotta give some of that beast love. I tweeted earlier this week that this is the most confident and excited pre-order that I had put in this year. Like I know it's going to be good. There's no worries. This thing looks fantastic.
How many did you get?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just one. So far.
Yeah, see, I knew it was coming eventually.
It looks so good. Spot on smooth. Yeah, I think every picture I saw of this, I'm like, save it. I was saving them all to my phone so I could look at them. It's really sad.
This is a definite pass for me, but
we got to get
I have no love for these guys.
How are we going to turn you? We got to turn you over to the B side.
I can't believe you're not getting it just because it's a masterpiece.
Man, just I get the way I look at it is I get to save money. Dude, I'm spending way too much this month and next month anyway.
Yeah.
So, dude, I started looking at the price of everything, and I was like, dude, I gotta sell some more stuff. So I'm probably like letting go of like my vintage Turtles and my Captain Power and all different types of stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just so I can get through the rest of 2016. It's rough here on out. Those legs though, the back of the legs. I think that's the first time that we've got to see, this angle.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you guys are happy with the way robot mode, everything else looks, but
yeah,
that's.
I feel like if there's a sacrifice to be made, I'm
okay.
I'm okay with that.
At least it's in the back.
Yeah.
But got to point it out. So.
I just can't believe how it feels so much like the cartoon. Even that angle, I still get that cartoon, that animation model out of it. And the ones that we've gotten in the past, I just, they're just strictly toys. I mean, it's a toy, but this one feels legit.
Look, it's all right, Cheetor. I mean, still, you made the Beast War fans happy. Not everyone can be an MP10 or Masterpiece Wheeljack, or Masterpiece Inferno, So I could keep on going on, but all right, we'll move on. And this is obviously final, but wanted a few more pictures, some better pictures. Got those. So this, if it hasn't already arrived at your door, probably will be very soon if you ordered these guys. So, basically the not Guy Hawk. Have you got this guy in yet, Rick?
No, I haven't shipped him. I had too much stuff this week. I had to cut him out until next week. He looks good though.
When does Primal come out? Not exactly sure. His name is Harambe. That's the way he will be referred to on the show.
Is Harambe October? I thought he was like October.
Is he? Okay.
I think.
Well, there's another reason why I'm not ordering. Dude, Rick knows about if you're into the Batman animated series and DC icons, dude, you're getting killed.
The Batman animated is probably the reason I didn't ship this guy this week, because I saw where like 4 of those landed this week. I haven't gotten them yet, but they charged.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for the this month's Icon series and at least the NECA Donatello before I ship.
Have you seen the Etrigan in person in the Gordon, Commissioner Gordon, the animated?
Oh, I haven't seen them in person, but they're already in the cart or paid for.
I saw them at the comic shop, even though I'm getting them from Big Bad because I'm crazy. But I saw them at the comic shop, and Lord, they look good.
Oh, and then you're gonna get that Icons Etrigan as well. Oh man, that thing looks great.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
We said maybe they think Harambe maybe October. What Rick was saying. All right, to finish that up, you were saying it last week, can we get some better pictures of the TFC, was it Hades or whatever? So this week we got it where there some pictures taken that weren't in a nursery. So.
Yeah.
I like the head on him.
Oh yeah. The Leozak is the best of the set so far.
Oh yeah,
there we go. Yes. I'm so glad he comes with the weapon too. Yeah, I love the vintage, toy. It's one of my favorites. But I always hated that he didn't come with that weapon from the show.
Oh, he just had that gun you had to assemble, mostly Jaguar.
Yeah.
Well, Tulaw says he don't know. He thinks he's going to wait for another third party. You got Mecha Ideas doing one.
Yeah, I think that one's going to be. I like that one's going to be a smaller version. I will get all the Leo Kaisers. Yep. Wow. He's other than Predaking, he's my favorite of the merge groups. And it's hard too because you can't really play with the original toy. I mean, the Kill Bison is going to break if you mess with it too much. So the GPS is horrible, but I do like that we're getting options for Leo Kaiser. It is a good day when you can say, which Leo Kaiser am I going to get?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just looking in the chat. Jonathan McKnight says, just looked up who Harambe is. Now I'm sad. Between 5,000 Harambe, and then Nada Ren's like, who is he? Guy, he's an American hero, and he was assassinated. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you can go read up on it, but just a hero. Yeah, I'm always on Twitter. I'm on that, that basically Harambe team. Like we throw all our support towards him. So, anyways, I think the zoo should at least donate a lot of money to his family. To be honest. Generations toy. This guy's final. So for you guys that were excited about getting a masterpiece size classics jazz.
I wish I was
go,
more excited about it, but I love jazz. I mean, jazz is great, but I'm not that excited about it. I don't know why. I wish I could say.
What killed it? What killed it for you?
Maybe I'm getting used to the MPs really reflecting the animation model like 100%. Maybe I'm finally coming around to that.
Okay.
If I have to get one, if I know that I'm never going to get one, I'll take it. But he feels like an upscale. Something about him feels like a cross between the Generations one that we've had for years that they've redone really well a million times. And what's the Real Cars line that we got like 8 years ago? Real Car licenses. It's escaping me.
Alternators?
Like alternators, yes. It feels like a cross between those two to me.
Okay.
It doesn't quite fit with my MP stuff. Where like even I've got some things standing in with like official MPs. Like I have the Blur that's out, the MP Blur, the the 3P. I like him. I think it's Buzzing. I can't remember his name, but he looks great. I put him next to Rodimus, and he fits right in. And I've got a few. The Cupola, the Chrome Dome, I have him and next to Rodimus and Galvatron. But this one, I don't feel like this one fits in that well. I don't know why. I'm gonna be particular though. So.
Jonathan, yeah, it's the Porsche license. That's actually part with Volkswagen, which that was hard to get, but they did get it with Bumblebee and giving us 3 different figures of that. You would think that conversation, while maybe they just didn't want to press too much, but at some point, I think you develop a relationship to where, hey, we'll let you use the Volkswagen license to, official licensed Volkswagen product with the Masterpiece figures 3 times that you'd be like, hey, what about this Porsche?
Yeah.
Cliff Jumper, I get why not, because it's a super deformed. It's a 944 Porsche. What is the Jazz? Is the Jazz? Was it a 911 or 928 or?
Yeah, I'm not a car guy.
I forget, but. You'd think that relationship's there to where it's like, hey, what about this guy now?
And like legs, like waist down, I could see where it would fit in with the side swipe. Legs down, I could see like some of the choices they made. It's almost like maybe it was being developed in the early stages of MP before MP went like, once that Shockwave came, and we've seen a few, like the animation model, and now they are really looking hardcore. That Inferno, the Shockwave, some of them are just straight out of the animation. That Jim Sorensen book, if you have it, straight out of that book. This one isn't.
All right, people don't seem to like it either. They don't need, is what they're saying, is an upscale version of this.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't go in your Masterpiece line anyway.
But if we hear that we're never going to get him, which I wish they would just tell us at this point, because they've covered a lot of the original Autobots, I feel like someone just needs to say something at this point if it's not going to happen.
All right, and this is. God, who was this? I believe it's a Toy World. G Creations. Okay. Their blue version, final. This is the one that I don't like at all, but he's going to be a combiner.
Are they doing another combiner, or he just
Well,
they
oh
just
yeah,
repainted them?
yeah, they just repainted him to have the blue. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I didn't touch these.
no. I don't. There's more pictures of this thing. All right, let's get through this thing.
I definitely
know,
see the G1 version in there, though. You can definitely see the G1 version in there, especially knees,
yeah,
legs. It's definitely feels kind of G1.
that sword looks maybe too big for it, but I mean, I could be wrong.
See, well,
It's a big
Steve,
sword.
Steve Cass says he actually likes the G creations, likes the idea of them combining and stuff like that. So
It's
I mean,
cool.
there's
Cool idea.
market there for somebody.
Yeah.
I just thought it. You see the front and the back here. The middle part's just a box with two wings attached to it, though. So.
Yeah. If the claws don't get you, the double drills will.
All right. Which one is this? Master My Creations or the Ocular Max, whatever. They've got some in the back cube, so we're gonna look at the Master My Creations versions first. Then we're gonna look at the back cube. That way that's the best kind of side by side comparison that I could do at the moment. But basically some verses. As far as the truck, I thought the Bad Cube was a little bit better, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't decided on these yet. This will be good.
But this is one that I believe is going to come out for officially licensed in 2017. The Hoist and Troll Breaker, and you got like what 3 or 4 other like Diaclone colors and repaints you could do. So
yeah. You think they'll give us if we get an official one now that we've seen Inferno and all his accessories? You think we're going to get like a force field thing with him?
With which one?
When we get an official Trailbreaker?
Oh,
not Hoist, but Trailbreaker. Like in the comic,
yeah.
he's using his force field a lot. So, well, actually, it's a big element in the comic.
I think that I would like something like that, but it'd be something that would maybe be pieced, or because it seems like with the little accessory add-on things for the official lines, that they're little small add-on pieces, like a little mini figure, or with the Inferno, the little chest, so you can hold so not really big stuff. That seems like it'd be something big, just like if you had like a clear cube for like if they release Mirage. That seems like that would just be a big, too big.
It'd be cool if they could do it like it's just starting to come out, like if it's in his hand or like a gauntlet near his hand, where it's kind of just starting to come out and grow around him. They'd do that type of thing, where it's not so big. Hopefully they will.
All right, there's also the Mastermind Creations version.
Yeah, I'm not too much of a fan of these, but they do look. I'm not going to collect them by any means. I mean, as far as the look of them, they did a really well job, I thought, of these.
The MMC stuff that I have, and I have a decent amount of it, it's solid product. They're definitely one of the top 2-3 other companies doing Transformer type toys.
Now, Jonathan, he says, were the Generations Hoist and Troll Breaker good? I thought that those were excellent looking.
Yes.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, they were very good. Those were awesome toys when they came out with the Generation line of those.
They came out with a lot of third-party companies came out with a bunch of add-ons for those as well.
Yes.
I really like the truck modes of these guys too, because the bodies seem, with the smaller generations toys that we get, the vehicle modes sometimes don't feel like the 80s truck modes, but I think we talked about that a little bit last week on one of the shows. But something about that 80s truck mode, and I do dig that. I like that a lot.
Now
those
we're gonna
rubber tires.
Showing our true age when you like that.
All right, I'm actually gonna start from beginning. So here's the bad cube. So you just looked at those other ones. Now you can kind of see these guys.
Yeah, what's the difference on those? Now, Bad Cube. Let me just make sure I'm right. Didn't Bad Cube do a Ironhide that went for TFCon, that black one? Or am I thinking of a totally different company? This is the same company that made that one?
I don't know. I can't remember. They did Sunsurge. Did they do Sunsurge? Did they do the Sunstreaker that came out like around Christmas?
Yeah, they did. So they did that. They did a Warpath.
They did. Did they do a Brawn?
Yep. And
yeah. So I have the Sunstreaker, so I can talk about that. That's really good. I thought it was really good. The first time you transform it, like most third-party things, I was very careful. It took a little while, but after that, it's fine. And I think it looks. We talked about things looking good on like a shelf with other stuff. I have him next to, the first line of Autobots, and he looks great.
Chilala says the Voodoo Toys was the black
guy. Yeah, I just saw that on there.
I forgot his name because I haven't heard him, about coming out with anything else after that. But
I think there was an issue with that one, wasn't there?
Oh yeah,
there was big issues. That's why I was curious because I was. That's what I thought it was. Like I said, I am not a hardcore third-party collector at all. So I just could not remember the stories on all that. But I think these here versus what we already seen. I like what was that, Mastermind Creations first?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were. I don't like the hood when they're in robot mode. How it's flat. I just don't care for that at all. I just don't care for those at all. I like the first ones we saw.
Now, earlier, you guys were talking about accessories to come with these guys, and because you even mentioned with the Sunstreaker, or whatever that they came out with, they have some accessories with one of these figures that can go with him. They also have some for themselves. So you see the little gun back here for Sunstreaker.
Yes.
They've got that little add-on. So they're adding to their other figures that they've already released. So you can see that, a couple of extra pieces, an extra face here. No, Paul, he's been doing a couple of convention stuff. So yeah, I think he'll be back next week.
This is going to be a tough decision for me with the Trailbreaker because I kind of like them both for different reasons.
And then the little three-prong gun here. So a little reenacting a lot of these scenes. You can see that the hoist comes with the Knight from I believe it's is it Decepticon and King Arthur's Court or something like that. I forget.
That sounds right.
It's something like that. Also from the same episode, you got the Red Knight, Bam on Warpath, and I guess you could, it doesn't come with that Frenzy, obviously, but.
That's pretty cool.
This is another figure that they have released, so they're coming out with an accessory to go with previously released figures.
I heard good things about that one. I never picked it up because just so much stuff I'm getting, but he looks
finicky
good.
Mess. Or like the transformations, like there's a lot to it as well.
Okay.
Paul's building his Iron Man suit. That's probably what he's doing.
They're gonna call his mother, they said.
Yeah.
He's gonna get in his Bumblebee in his Iron Man suit.
And then you get a little horse to go with the Knight. So, I think that's a pretty cool idea what they're doing with all that.
Yeah, I do like that.
I guess there's everything you get with Hoist. So.
That's pretty cool that they're going out and doing all that stuff for basically a one-episode show 30 years ago.
I remember the Sunstreaker came with a ton of accessories. I haven't used
The
all of
one
them.
you
But
got?
yeah, the Sunstreak, the Sun Surge that they did, it came with multiple accessories for the car. Like if you wanted like chromed out car or just silver paint car, it comes with both. I thought that was like amazing. It's got a whole tray of
Oh, wow.
extra accessories.
All right, so
Wow, that is pretty cool.
moving on to Make Toys. They're Megatron. We've already seen that they're doing a Optimus Prime. There's another company doing an Optimus Prime as well that's kind of similar. Here's their Megatron. What do you guys think about this? I forget what this is from. Is this just IDW or?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen like a picture of it, but I haven't studied it yet. I pre-ordered one this week. Was that MMC's? Who's doing the Despotron or whatever? I pre-ordered that this week.
Are you talking about a Masterpiece Megatron? The one that you like is Make Toys.
Okay.
So a little bit different, but I guess it goes to that comic design that is in some comic. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Doesn't look familiar.
I don't recall seeing that version of him. Unless is that even supposed to be like a tank version of him?
Aren't they doing like their own thing? This is like that's why they're calling it like cross dimension. This is kind of like them going a little bit further out with.
Well, there's another company doing Optimus Prime as well. I forget which one it is. We looked at it either last week or the week before.
Yeah.
That they're doing one as well, to where we even had something to compare to, and we even saw a picture from a comic. So I'm just not sure what comic it is.
Jesus.
Or universe, but a little bit different style there.
Hard to keep up. I know this week 2 pre-orders went up. It was DX9. Their version went up too. Pick a Megatron.
This is why I stay pretty much with Hasbro. There's just so much stuff. Every time you turn around, some company's making the exact same thing that the neighbor just made. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong; they're gorgeous to look at. But some of them are just there's too many. And there's so much money, man. But
there's the Optimus by them.
Yeah.
Is that a truck? It's supposed to be a truck.
Yeah, I believe the cannon though it can slide on either arm though. You can see that they just moved it over here just because so they could put them up against each other. So Cameron.
Jay here says it's from the IDW Origin Megatron story, that was quite a few years ago.
You said no.
Oh, you know what? The Origin that was a 4-part miniseries. I remember that by IDW.
Yeah, I think if there was paint on it, I would recognize it.
Yeah, I think so. I think I know exactly. I know. Yeah, it does look like.
I remember the miniseries. They kind of like him.
No, he's saying Dreamwave. It's Dreamwave Megatron.
All right.
Oh.
Just a new.
I remember that comic.
Picture of the Bold Forms Megatron, which is a triple changer. See, I guess he's gonna have shoulder cannons there, and they added one of his faces on there. So, what's on my iTunes? Well, the 2 albums that you see are Crystal Castles and Walking with Strangers. Or I'm sorry, it's the Birthday Massacre. The Birthday Massacre. The song I think is, or the album is Walking with Strangers.
It's Air Supply.
I haven't updated it in a while. All my music's on my phone here. Anyways, Transart. I think this is the first time I'm hearing about them, but they're going the same way that Perfect Effect decided they're going. But I think it looks a little disproportionate. Like I don't really like the Perfect Effect one, but this one it looks really disproportionate. The legs too short, the arms are way too. It's like they should be reversed here, but
It's like the original toy, sort of. The original toy's proportions are kind of weird too, you know.
It's like I said, so we get now. There's another company doing a third-party Optimal Primal.
Yes.
Wow.
Seems that way.
But I say, man, that one's a little.
That one's taking a squat, for real.
You beat me to it, man. You beat me to it. That's what I was thinking. There's just me. It looked like he's
making fists. He's like,
he is straining. That's kind of bulky, too bulky.
I didn't see this coming where two companies are doing this, dude. But that's cool that we're getting into some of the other stuff.
Yeah, within 2 weeks?
Yeah, it seems that way.
It usually tells you something's going on over at the Takara lab, for something coming up, the next couple and a half, 2 years.
I wonder if there's any electronics in any of this stuff. I'm assuming Perfect Effects, since we did the pre-order, I'm assuming theirs has none. But if these guys want to compete, they need to do maybe some electronics like the original toy. And that original toy is really nice. It's a nice toy. I mean, the different modes, there's obviously a lot of flaws to it, but, it's
there are.
Still a fun toy. I really like that toy, especially the electronic thing with the scope and the pulling the back and the light. It's cool.
All right, looks like okay, so showing you all the gears and stuff in here. So I guess the points of articulation that you're gonna have. Apparently, it's gonna have some missiles or something.
All right.
It's kind of strange because to me that's kind of a child feature.
It's from the original toy though. It's got the missiles, the clear missiles. The original one, you pulled that little thing back, and the light would show up on the scope, shoot the missiles.
Is he supposed to be this short? That's a P10 right there.
Yeah, well, the Beast guys were much smaller than the G1 guys. If you remember, like, Transwarped episode.
Okay.
Like when you saw, like, Megatron up against G1 Optimus, the scale of the G1 guys were huge.
Because they're better.
Size matters.
They were like human size, is what they were. They were so small.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Mastermind Creations, just another little render of this guy with the. Do you know what this reminds me of? Whenever I see this, like the big body and then these little small arms in the face, from Total Recall, is it Quoto? What's his name?
I've only seen that movie once.
Really? Okay, well, you guys in the chat know what I'm talking about. The original Total Recall, and then he's looking for Quoto, I think it is, something like that.
Oh.
He raises his shirt, and there's that little dude with his arms like in his stomach, and like that's where he is, and why no one can find him. That's what this reminds me of. Even Dakota, like he was excited about this, but I don't know. I can't get that image out of my head every time I look at this thing. Go look it up because I think that's hilarious. Now, X Factory, another company I think kind of debuted at TF Con. They're coming out with the Guardian. It looks like it's just going to be a non-transformable kind of army builder type thing. The only thing with this is, I know with Master of the Universe, like they'll come out with a character that is like maybe an army builder, but it's usually like the little flying dudes or whatever from the Horde. So those come in 3-packs or a little bit cheaper. These guys are going to be bigger. These things need to come probably in 3-packs and be pretty cheap, I would think, because to me, Transformer collectors, like, oh, that's kind of cool, but why am I going to buy that when there's like this cool new third-party Megatron that came out? There's the Scorponaut. Like, there's so many other cool characters, and there's so many different options out there, and the stuff's so expensive. Who's really gonna buy these? Or like, this is exactly what I was waiting on, the freaking Guardians from that one episode.
Well, and you talk about like the army build, when the Four Horsemen do like Skeletor's robots or like the Snake Men, that army stuff, they look really good. The Horde robots, they look really good. I don't think this looks that great. It doesn't really do a whole lot for me.
I think Cameron, if he's talking about this figure, he's saying it's $55.
What? It's not even transform?
Yeah, that's too much to me, for not transforming, being not even really a character that anyone really cares about.
I mean, is that a prototype colors, or is that the actual colors it's going to be?
Well, I mean, even actual colors wouldn't be that far off because they were just kind of two-tone green. The best, like kind of Parody brings up, that as far as army building goes, is whenever iGear and also Unique Toys came out with the Shatrdglassjazz. They're smaller, come in a 3-pack, and I think you could get them for like $100 is what they kind of retailed for.
Yeah, that's too much.
I believe
Yay, something I don't need. I like it when I can say no.
A new company, and this is the first one you come out with,
Yeah, that's true.
They're very forgettable. Toulon says he doesn't even remember them. All right, and this is from Second Chance. So I think Dakota was excited about this, but it's going to be obviously a larger figure there.
Oh, is that like a KO size for the Hasbro release?
Yeah, I think they changed maybe a few little things, but
that's cool.
Usually don't look at KO stuff, but I know it was something Dakota was happy about. So. And Planet X, that's the next tab. So, I'm going to take care of you. Yeah, it's a pretty cool design. A lot of people wish they would, more third-party companies would go back to doing some of the Fall of Cybertron characters that they never got.
Yeah, it was fun. I was into that for a while. Haven't got anything in a while from those designs.
Then you got Planet X, basically kind of doing the same thing. Theirs is actually the one that's changed up a little bit, and they're also adding some accessories. Also doing the Starscream. Oh yeah, Fall of Cybertron. That is going to be coming to PS4 and Xbox One. I forget when. We talked about it for a little bit, but 1 week, whenever it was first announced. But I'll be on PS4. These slaying people. I was really good at that game. Why would they bring such an old game to PS4, Leo Pross? Because it's good. And by the way, this is not going to be the colors of it, Mike. It's not just going to be like a.
Yeah.
See, that's pretty cool right there, having the Matrix with it.
Yeah, that part's cool.
That's pretty. Yeah, like I said, I could dig something like that.
Yeah, they were cool designs, and it was a fun game.
They really were.
Games. Strong games.
It was a game that drove me completely insane in about 3 or 4 controllers.
No, it's not going to be Fargets.
But it could be.
Yeah, so these are just test shots at the moment.
Okay. That was a good design. The Seeker molds that they originally did, even the deluxe ones. That whole design they did was really good.
All right, and so let me. Oh God, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Josiah Toys or whatever. So, new
Yeah, I've
picture
seen this week.
of uh their guy. I think it's supposed to be like a Sentinel Prime type thing.
Okay.
You know what this mode reminds. Yeah, speaking of submarines,
Yeah.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Yeah, it does.
That submarine.
Yeah.
Submarine.
So,
Yeah.
it's got wheels.
What's up with the submarines? They're everywhere now.
Dude, submarines are just hot right now, dude. That's like 2016.
That's the new thing.
Dude, because was it last year? 2015 was Dinobots. 2014 was Predakings. 2014 Devastator. Well, they hadn't stopped on Devastators. They don't know when to quit that, but
No.
God, they don't.
dude, right now it's time for submarines.
It is.
All about it. And Blue that does a little add-ons and stuff like that. Well, for your combiner,
Jeez Louise.
got the little God Bomber here for Combiner Wars. Look at all that. You don't need no trailer.
This looks like the redneck version where they took a lawnmower and turned it into God Bomber.
Wow.
I mean, he's very inconspicuous, you know, like robots in disguise. He's got this like giant thing pulled behind him. You saw that going down the highway. I mean, just.
Yeah.
And then obviously you can put these giant missile things on Mirage to weigh him down.
I'm sure they are holding that up with string or something.
I know. I was like, how is that standing?
Yeah.
And
oh
throw it
wow.
all on your combiner.
Okay, so he goes on the whole combiner, not just the prime.
Right.
Wow, that's kind of hideous.
Jen, he says, but does it turn into a submarine?
We can make it turn into a submarine.
I'll figure it out.
But I think this is the first time one of the companies has done the Combiner Wars where with the add-ons, they're like, let's try to do a Gudgeon right here.
Let's make him fly.
Oh, fly out the window.
So.
That's a lot of pieces right there too, man.
It was a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. That's a nightmare waiting to happen.
Last little thing of add-ons here, DNA Designs. They've got some changes for the cheeks, apparently.
Yeah. Cheek shaming. Well, there's got to be cheek shaming here.
Instead of the little chubby cheeks here, they're like, hey, we give them some more narrow cheeks. So, little guns for the sides here and some hands.
Now, are these the hands they're talking about to hold up the gun and stuff? The new hands that we heard about?
These right here, they have the guns in the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Or not the wrist, but,
yeah.
top of the hand.
Okay.
They're going to be coming out with retail San Diego Comic-Con and Takara as well. Then you're going to have this big gun that apparently breaks down.
How are they attaching those little those red side guns? How were they attaching that? Did it show? Did I see the little side guns?
Yeah.
They just kind of stick on there.
Yeah, I guess they just kind of clip on the sides right here. As it looks like.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like that idea. I like it definitely. I felt like that was missing, and I really like the new one a lot. But that might be cool. I wish I could buy that separate from the other stuff, but I like the idea. It might end up looking cool.
I mean, I do, but I don't like the whole idea of you.
Yeah, you can't
shame with chubby cheeks and stuff like that.
Can't support that.
And hopefully these are just all. Let's see. EKO2. Hopefully it's not all that. I would like the little guns though. Okay. Moving on. Star Wars the Black Series 6-inch line. Kind of a look at this was leaked.
Ooh, I haven't seen this. New excitement.
All right. One of the cool things, because I know you've got Jen, is there anything that you see that you get with the San Diego Comic-Con version that you won't get with this? Was it just packaging?
I can't. I can kind of tell. It looks the same. I don't see anything. I don't see anything different from. I'm looking at it. Yeah, I don't see anything right off.
Okay, I know with the Kylo Ren, you're just not going to get the banner. You're not going to get the burnt Darth Vader helmet.
Right.
Then I'll be go with this. There's obviously Death Trooper. Was it Captain Kazan? I can't really see that, and I can't read what this guy's name is.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool.
Is this going to be a single droid, or is this one that I'm going to have to army build? And I'm going to have to get 3 of him. I guess
are these like first wave? You said they leaked. Did anybody have any idea when?
They I think they were not necessarily leaked. They were posted on Instagram, and then this is actually Star Wars Black Series, and then was like, all right, well here you go, so.
That's cool because September 30th is the Force Friday this year, right? So it's not that far away.
Yeah. So I could since I got the exclusive, I can pass on him. You got an army build, and is this a army build type guy, or is he just a?
I think he's like their companion droid. I think that Alan Tudyk or whatever from Firefly. He's playing him. I think he's playing him.
Sweet.
I may have gotten his name completely wrong, but I think that's his name.
All right, and Mezco. Dude, I remember how many Harley Quinns we saw during San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
Too many.
Another one. This is going to be 1/12 scale, so basically like for your 6-inch line. Harley Quinn. Does it say how much? No, but gives you an idea what you're going to get here. Dakota's not going to get his little front tattoo here that he likes.
Yeah.
But just kind of a render. To kind of see what they're going with. And this is going to be a New York Comic Con 2016 exclusive. This is going to run you, I believe, $150. Yeah, $150. And black and white.
Is that an action figure or a statue?
It's an action figure. It's
play arts.
Yeah. Okay.
How many Harleys do you think there are? Or did we see?
Honestly, not enough. I'm coming off of that movie, so I'm just going to say not enough.
If I just had to throw a number out there and be like, maybe I wouldn't say like an over and under. I would just say maybe I got within 10, 50. I think that there's 50 Harleys, because especially whenever you think that Mattel's, their little multiverse figure Harley, they've got 3 different versions of her, in that.
If you count super deformed stuff, like pop stuff, to all that stuff, if you count that,
I was counting that
totally.
Too. Yeah, for like 50. Which is just based off the Suicide Squad one, not the regular horror, because then it would be even more. But just the Suicide Squad Harley. So not bad there. And we got a 1/6 scale figure. I believe this is going to be $260. Where was it? Yeah, $260. Fourth quarter or second quarter 2017. So if you're a big Doom fan, you a big Doom fan?
I'm not.
Not since the 90s.
Well, in case you got another, $260 laying around that you don't know what you want to do with, then and you like Doom, then there you go. Made by 3A.
I like chainsaws.
Chainsaw. Yeah, chainsaw. I was thinking.
But does it work?
Probably find out for $260.
If it did, then dude, every time no, I cut the turkey.
I cut the turkey.
Anytime you wanted something, you're like, I would just be cutting stuff for no reason. Oh, you want some bread? Here's a couple of fresh slices of bread, some ham, just with my chainsaw in there on Thanksgiving Day. Oh, you want some butter for your? I'm putting it on there, tearing up your toast.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, we didn't go a full 2 hours. That's fine. It was a little light, because they had all the conventions and stuff like that. So, let's see what's going on over here. Nothing. All right, so we got another show, Galactic Gumbo. That's going to start up at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So about from right now, 50 minutes from right now, that'll go live. And we got a lot of topics. Again, Rick, he's already seen Suicide Squad, so he's going to give us kind of a spoiler-free kind of review and thoughts on that. He's also been reading all the comics since they started, so that'll be interesting to hear. Plus, we've got a ton of topics. One topic we're going to make sure that we bring up this time is I know, Mike, you wanted to talk about catching your action figures on fire as a kid, or blowing them up with Black Cats and M60s, or shooting them off. Put them at the end of bottle rockets. We destroyed our GI Joes, but it was all for the realistic feel of us playing with them. If Blowtorch was going to torch someone, then we got our lighter and aerosol can, and we actually caught them on fire. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Also, something new that we're gonna be doing on Galactic Gumbo is I'm gonna have a kind of a Mount Rushmore every single week. We'll do what's your Mount Rushmore of this. So not necessarily your. I guess we could do your favorites, or maybe the most recognizable. So I think for this week we're gonna do what's kind of your Mount Rushmore of 80s cartoons. So, anyways, PrimalSabbath in here. I heard that he had a heart attack eating pizza off a cheap meal hooker. Okay. Yeah.
As long as it's Larry's Pizza, it'll be a heart attack, all right?
All right, so anyways, I'm going to let you guys sign out. Mike, why don't you sign out first?
Y'all can find me on Twitter as BotconFan1978.
All right, and Rick, I'm sorry, I was getting a drink. I forgot you only have one thing.
I got too many. I can't say them all now. I'm everywhere.
And you can also find me on Twitter as Shatrdglassjazz.
All right, and Paul Optibotimus, he's actually at what was it, TF Expo? So if you are there, if you are there in Wichita, Kansas, you can stop by and say hi to him. Dakota, obviously he's just now popping in the chat here, but got a new job. So hopefully we'll see him return back pretty soon, and you can find him everywhere, Primal Sabbath. And you can find me, G1Xtron, everywhere at Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and my Facebook page is the G1Xtron. So we'll see you guys in a little bit less than an hour. So we'll start that show up. Peace.